Well, this is how liberty dies, with thunderous applause. My thoughts on this are going to be as nuanced as I can. It's not going to be just completely reactionary, but like all my other serious videos, this has no script whatsoever. It's just using whatever happens to be popped up on OBS at the moment. Because, first off, I want to explain how this is different from 2016. Because, yes, also, the Republican Party also controlled the Congress. But the thing is that, I mean, it's not... The thing is that Project 2025 is a thing. I mean, it's not going to happen all at once. That's not how fascism works. And they also aren't going to start by just saying, hey, we're fascists. They aren't going to make it obvious. Because otherwise they lose support. They're going to try to offer positive things like security or the economy or things like that. And based on the current circumstances, it's most likely going to be the economy that they're going to try to bait people with. That's most likely what they're going to try to do. Another thing is that I'm not blaming, like, voters or anything, because, like, not everyone understands everything. It's not, like, some people have been lied to in a lot of ways. Like, it's not their fault. I'm just gonna text. But as I was saying, like, you can't expect every voter to understand things, like... And the thing is that the Democratic Party isn't a good party. Like, I'm vehemently against both parties. Like, I'm against, like, a lot of things. Like, both parties are right-wing, and they have been for several years now. And the thing is that, like... We're never going to gain our any rights just by voting. Voting and the concept of democracy is a scam. It was created to give us the illusion of choice and the illusion of involvement. Because most of our rights, most of everything good that we have has come from violent uprisings and other forms of activism. Like, for example, the civil rights movement. And I'm not talking about, like, the bastardized version that the American education system taught us. I'm talking about the real version, which was filled with much more rioting, filled with much more violence, filled with much more... I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my words, but this is a common thing I do in unscripted videos. I stumble over my words. What I'm trying to say is, we don't necessarily have to do that right now, but, like... I do think we should arm ourselves for the sake of safety. Just for defense, not necessarily attack. And plus, it's also mostly going to be the states that are doing the bad things. Because that's usually how it always goes. While the federal government can do bad things, and they have, and still do, most of the things that harm people come down to the state stuff. And my state of Georgia is kind of mixed in a lot of ways. Especially my city, because, like, my city is pretty mixed. While I live in the more Republican part of the city, there are more, like, blue areas in, say, downtown or such. And, like, it doesn't really matter because, like... Also, another thing that I've heard someone mention, specifically Planet Person, is that a lot of people are selfish. They really don't care about marginalized groups. They care more about themselves. They care more about the economy than anything else. Because they don't see or care how marginalized groups like queer people and people of color and women will affect them. They care more about their own selfish desire. Even these marginalized groups will vote that way because of that same reason. I'm sorry I'm all over the place, but one thing I want to say is that back to what I was saying about being against both parties is the fact that I'm against, like, a lot of things, like the concept of a government, the concept of borders. Like, but the thing is, I don't know how we would go about an anarchist society. I don't really know that. I know there is a way, but I don't know if it has to be primitive. I don't know if we're allowed to keep our stuff. I don't know. I don't know how communes would work. I don't know. And don't come to me saying that you know. And now I know there's going to be a lot of right-wingers, or at least one right-winger in the comments, saying nonsense, saying that I've been brainwashed or whatever. I've heard it all. I've heard that I have a mental illness. I've heard that I'm overreacting. I've heard that I've been brainwashed. I've heard that it's going to be okay. It's not. I've heard a lot of things, but I've also heard supporting people supporting me, who understand the severity of the situation. Not just for the United States, but for the rest of the world, because of how influential the United States is on the political dynamics of the entire world. I know I'm, like, maybe sounding smart or whatever, but I'm not. I really don't understand any of this. It's just... I mean, I know Kamala was a bad choice because, like, I was hoping we had an actual, like, primary and such, but, like, I guess a lot of people thought that she would be better because, like, she's actually younger and isn't, like, actually, like, completely senile, but, like, I know the Democrats aren't good and never have been. I know they've always been this way. But the thing is that both parties were radically different before 2016. Both changed in negative ways. The Democrats became more complacent and lazy and everything, and the Republicans became more evil. Not to say those things weren't the case before, but, like, they were. Because, like, Obama also did a lot of, like, sending weapons to foreign countries and things like that, or attacking foreign countries. He also did a lot of that, you know, drone strikes, you know. This is nothing new, but, like, if I'm wrong about, like, specific aspects, just let me know. I might listen. I might not. I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling. Like, I don't like making these serious videos. And this is normally not a politics channel. I do sometimes mention my political views in passing, but this is not a politics channel. Nor do I like making these serious videos. It's just upsetting. But the thing is that they want us to be upset. They want us to, like, not do anything. They don't want us to, like, band together. They don't want us to find community. They don't want us to defend ourselves. They want us to give up and just accept our fate. But the thing is, and the problem with that mentality is that I don't know how we would go about this. I mean, I know we could arm ourselves for defense, but, like, I don't know how to build community or organize. I don't really understand how to do that, and if you came to me for advice on that, I'm sorry, I can't give it because I don't understand it. I'm not very good at anything regarding groups or socialization or anything like that. It's just, ugh. And this video has gone on way longer than I wanted it to, but, like, I really don't like making these videos. I don't like it. I mean, I don't know how bad it's gonna get, and I don't know how quickly it's gonna get. Excuse me, I don't know how bad it's gonna get quickly. I don't know how long it's gonna take to get bad. I don't know if it's gonna take a couple months. I don't know if it's gonna take the full 4 years. I don't even know if like the concept of voting in America will be here in 4 years, because there is the obvious possibility and likely scenario that we will be a Christian theocratic dictatorship by then. And anyone from queer people to non-believers to anyone they deem a subversive individual will be prosecuted and things like that. Like, but that's about it for today. I've talked enough. I don't know what's going to happen or how bad it's going to be. I don't know what to do. And I guess that's the summary of this video. I'm an idiot who doesn't understand politics, but tries to and fails miserably. Goodbye, everyone.